Do you ever find yourself put in a position where you feel like whatever you're doing just because you've been told to do, or you've been seeing people do that, or even just because everyone else is doing it and you just have to? Do you ever feel like whatever it is you're doing, you don't even have the capacity to do, but well, you have to do it just because people say that you should, and quite frankly, you don't even know who started it. When you look at the current situation that we are in, most things that we used to do before are not able to be done right now because we know better. First of all, technology has taught us better. We have interacted with different people who tell us different things, and most things about who we are as a result of where we've grown up, who we've interacted with, how we were taught, and so on. And so you find a lot of people finding themselves in depression because you're not able to meet the expectations of the society, and you're not able to impress everyone because of the kind of lifestyle you live, the kind of people you interact with, and so on. And now on this show of the reality of now, we are going to unpack and uncover those things that we find ourselves being coerced to do, while in real sense we don't even feel the need to do that. I'm your host Muringi Mburu, and today we have a guest. He will introduce himself.
Thank you so much. I'm happy that you are Muringi, and by any accident, my Muringi is my mother. So kindly, members and forever those who are watching us, I'm glad that I'm really at home, and thank God that we are here. My name is Paul Gregory, and I thank God and thank you for your invitation.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope I will satisfy you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure you will.
Okay.
So today, guys, we are going to speak about marriage and finances. We know how different people do it, and we know how it used to be from the olden days. So maybe we are going to start with what Paul believes about provision in a house and who's supposed to provide. What is the role of a man in a family as when we consider finances, and what's the role of a woman?
I think the best I can say is in the African context, maybe if you are to look at that to that end, is that a man has always been the breadwinner, has always been everything in the family. And anytime the man is not providing, then that is the end of that marriage. That was perceived as at the end of that marriage, and at the end of it all, now that means the family is over. Yes. And I believe also that anytime a lady starts providing for the family, now in the African context and the African look, it is now taken that this person ameolewa. It is now the lady, this wife or the woman in that boma, is perceived that she's now the head of that family.
So what I'm hearing you say is according to the African context.
Sure.
So are you part of the African concept, or what do you believe you as Paul? Let's talk about you and your home. Do you feel like as a man you are supposed to provide, and does that come from what you found being done, or what you believe as a person?
Of course, my skin speaks. My skin speaks. That means I'm an African. Born in Kenya. You're asking about what I believe in. I believe in harmony, a harmonious family. I believe in a family where both the wife and the husbands bring their minds together and come up to sustain their family as a team, as one, because the Mamabuku yanasema they become one. They become one. So I believe people should work together and bring the family together. That is my take.
I think I believe the same as well. But you find that there are instances where maybe the man does not have a job, and now they want to settle down with the woman. So what do you think in such an instance?
If I was to speak for men, then I'll still pull back to the man that a man much as he is supposed to facilitate and
Yeah.
do everything in the family,
Yeah.
to the provisions and all that.
Yeah.
But if something has gone wrong, for
Yeah.
instance, if the job is not there, his
Yeah.
income is like zero, and the wife is capable to do this, then I think, but of course with the mutual agreement. So what comes from the wife, what comes from the wife and the mother of that boma, I believe it's supposed to be shared across. I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to rather about any lazy men out there,
Yeah.
or those who are those who are drinking a lot and they are not responsible. I mean, if the lady, my wife is good enough and she has good job, they are good paying job, and I don't have a job, then she should really carry on the duty in the house, and especially when there are children. If you have children, so the lady should not tell us that you are the head of the house and you must do this. So what about your money? Where is your money going to? Yes.
I think you've brought up something very interesting.
Yes.
Well, you've spoken about a lazy man. Yeah. So there's this man. I'm giving an instance.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
There's this man who married a lady. He was doing well. He had a good job.
Yes.
Then something happened.
Yeah.
Maybe he got sacked out of work, or maybe the organization ended. Yeah. So this man is a corporate guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So all he knows how to do
Yes.
is white collar jobs.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So now he's lost his job. But his wife says, "Don't worry, I got us. I'm going to provide." Now this man sits down in the house because I've been providing. Now I need you to step up. But now that's all he does: sits and waits for God.
I think this,
God is
I've talked about laziness, and if a job has elapsed in some way, you don't have any job anymore, you have been sacked, there is no income. So if this person is to sit in the house, wait and wait, because if this person is going to sit, then the aspect of laziness comes in. And maybe, I don't want to use some words, but maybe this person is losing focus. Because if the one job has gone, then go for another job. Because there is that role of a man in the family. So besides providing food and all that, there is the aspect of security at the same time. So if security is wide, it can also be security in food and all that. So if the job has ended unceremoniously, so what am I supposed to do? Not sit in the house and wait for this lady to go out and come in the evening. And maybe she's going out, come in the evening, cook for me again, and do these other stuffs for me. So there is some aspects of laziness that some people have. So that one is the laziness that men should come out of. And what I mean is, you don't just sit in the house and wait to eat. So I believe this person must go out, look for any other job. And I know an African man is a man that does not, he's not supposed to keep selecting job gani or what. So I think the man must go out, look for any other thing, go for plan B and work and assist this lady to, facilitate.
So I think what I'm hearing Paul say is, if you're a lazy man, there's a timeline of how far your wife is supposed to go. Because now, if you're a lazy man, then your wife gets to a place and now she's tired because you're supposed to be the provider. But that is in an instance of what our guest has said, where a man fully provides. Now, the reality of now is there are so many homesteads where women do 50-50. So the man brings whatever he has, the woman brings whatever she has, and now let's split those bills. What is your take on that?
My worry is this thing practical? That you're coming with your salary, your pay slip, you drop it on the table, the man does that. Does this happen? in Africa. I don't know, but if it does, then that's the right way. That is the right way, and maybe one should do this, especially for those who have gone through it and they have experienced it, right?
Yeah.
So I think they should do that. So for that, if there is anything to work on.
Yeah.
I believe that come this time where you were working, both of you were working, and it has gone. Maybe I want to look back to you and say, what will happen if now it is your side that has gone off, and your contribution to this family was this big, was this the level was that big. So what happens to you when your job has gone down, maybe the business has gone down, and you have no income? So what happens to that lady? I believe that must be the same to this other person, so that if the job has gone down, let us go out and look for something else to do. And remember, a complaint will always come when this person alipoteza kazi, this person lost his job, and he has not shown any effort of going out kutafuta, any effort of going out to look for a plan B to sustain his family. So I think it is something that should be eating into this man. It has to be something that is itching. It is hitting so hard that how come this is the first month, the second month I'm not providing for those who are paying rent. I've not paid the rent. How come? So it is supposed to be, disturbing this man. So if a month has gone and the second month has gone and you're still in the house, there is a problem somewhere. Maybe that could be the reason why this person lost the job.
Could be. So there's another dynamic of people that decide. Well, first of all, let me pose a question to you.
Right.
So if you said that you believe that the man is a provider, so if you're in a situation where you have a woman that is earning good money, you're also earning good money, do you believe that the lady should not provide at all, or should there be a percentage that she gives to this homestead? What do you believe?
I think I have to be myself now. This is just me. How comes a certain percentage? Why was a certain percentage? Where is the rest of the money going to?
Well, ladies have different needs.
Yes, and they still want to provide providence from
you
us.
You said that you believe that a man is the provider.
Sure.
So by a certain percentage, I'm saying probably you do 70, I do 30.
Oh yeah.
Because, well, you're the provider.
So is this 30 enough for food and all that? Maybe you can go for 30%. I don't know. Can decide to go for 30 if things are hard like that.
Yeah.
But what about if this person, the lady, maybe I should talk to people about the heart of this lady, the heart of this woman in this house, and how she perceives things.
Yeah.
How caring is this lady vis-a-vis the actions of the man?
Yeah.
How is she going to handle the man? Yeah. In fact, I want to go deeper and imagine this lady. Maybe the man has gone for another 9 or so months, a year or so, and by God's grace and some accidents, she has conceived, right? She's getting another child, right, in this family. Do you think that one is anything to worry the lady?
In terms of finances and what she gives Amma?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, if that can affect her, then it should affect even the reproduction,
Yeah.
But I think what a man must always do is to try and look for a next step, plan B, and ensure that you're going back to your responsibility as a man.
Yeah.
Only that I don't know whether I've answered your question.
Well, I think we're in that direction.
Yeah.
My belief, I don't think I've said my belief, yeah?
Yes.
So my belief is there at the percentage.
Okay.
You do 70. I also believe 100% that a man is the provider.
Oh yeah.
So you do like 70 or whatever whatever percentage we are going to decide, then I will do the 30.
Oh yeah.
Reason being, this, you see, when we look at the beginning and how God made a man to be, God made a man to be a provider, yeah. And so we've seen so many families, so many work with the 70-30,
Okay.
others work with the 50-50, others work with 100-0. Literally, the woman not providing at all.
Yes.
But you'd see most men in marriages where they're not being the provider, most of them are normally feel miserable because ladies are very smart. Yeah. So you'd constantly feel, and I feel like you're going to either refute or agree with me. I feel like there's some security that comes to a man when you know that you're providing.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, when you know that my work in this family is to make sure my family is fed, make sure my family has a roof on their head, make sure my children go to school. Yeah, that way unaweza hata ukifika kwa nyumba utaguruma. Now look at 50-50 marriages, and I think this financial issue is the main reason why so many marriages are not working nowadays. Because first of all, the man does not feel, there's that entitlement that comes with knowing that I'm the one that takes care of this family. But now, when you're not the one who's taking care of the family, when we are doing it together, unapata, a guy tells you, do 1, 2, 3. The lady tells the guy, I'm not able, you can also do that. I mean, we do these things together, yeah?
I think that something is coming in my mind. And I want to believe also that the foundation that these people laid in the very first week, the very first time they met, and what the foundation they laid for themselves and for their family, that is supposed to mark a very good area for them to talk about their marriages and to manage their finances. That is, if they did a good foundation, in this case, I mean the foundation that you're putting is when you're being open, and then you see, you're like, we are coming together. Then let our problems be our problems. But this issue comes and becomes so bad and so hot when, in the first place, this man had a lot of lies. They lied. This person lied to you kabisa mpaka unaona pesa zako, your money is just supposed to be for your hair and your dress and your mother back at home and other things, and that the man is supposed to do all this. So the foundation, if you did a wrong foundation, then at the end of the day, when that job goes off, if the work is no longer there, what happens is that now you start being insecure and you start feeling hata mtu anaweza niuliza, imagine na kunywa anajua imetoka wapi. Such questions. No, I'm just feeding Yet maybe in the real sense, this lady has nothing in the mind. So foundation is one thing that people needs to work on kabisa, so that supposing ashakumsima tusi, supposing you lost your legs, for instance, and you can't work anymore, what happens? Will this lady run away? She'll have to be there. She has to be there and take care of the family. So the foundation that people put, number one. And number two, are we living to the first word we said? Are we really in the first, from the word go, are we the same people? Besides the dynamics that comes in the way in life, are we the same people? So the foundation, and then live to all that. So, but when the financial problems now arises, I know I'm introducing something I can read from your mind, so I'm introducing something else. If the financial issue comes in, so you can go back to the pages and look at where you are. This is how we decided. This has happened. I have to do this because we said we are going to do this. And then you carry on with life as a family. But now the ladies I mean, I love ladies. I love ladies. I love ladies. Please, if a man has gone down, please, as
Help
long as
them out.
so long
Yeah.
as she is not lazy, so long as he's not lazy, he's not drunk,
Yeah.
and maybe the cause of his job to like a lapse must be known. Can it be known so that the history should tell us how did this person manage his job?
Yeah.
Did he manage well the finances that he was getting?
Yeah.
Did he really manage actually the whatever he was earning?
Yeah.
And has it done the jobs intended?
Yeah.
So maybe those are the areas, and I think this is just the beginning. We shall dig
Deeper into the
into
conversation.
this. Yes.
Yeah. I think I agree 100% with what you've said.
Yes.
That foundation is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at how things are,
Yes.
really there is no specific protocol or culture of how you're supposed to be doing finances in a home. Yeah, because whatever, as you've said, whatever we agree on, if I am okay with that, and if you're okay with that, then we are supposed to know how to move forward.
Sure.
And to add on that, you're supposed to have a backup plan. So
Okay.
what happens if your job doesn't work? What happens if I get sacked? Right? How are we going to move? Because I feel like most of these financial problems that arise, not even financial problems, repercussions that come from financial constraints in a marriage, is because we had really not talked about this. Yeah. But that being said, now someone has changed. Now this person is lazy and all that.
Okay.
Are you allowed to leave them?
Honestly, you're not supposed to run away from a problem. We are not supposed to run away from problems, and not unless it is the environment does not allow completely. And in this case, we have heard and seen where a lady earns a lot and the man earns peanuts.
Yeah.
And these marriages never, and out of 10, maybe 3 survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it does not survive because the expectation of this lady is that this person, as we are saying, is supposed to be the breadwinner, which everybody knows that. I know even our viewers are going to tell us this. They're telling us this. But what happens if this happens? It only adds insult, to wound, because they have to adhere to what has happened and look at the behaviors of this man. How is he behaving? How I've just said, if the loss of the job is a result of his bad behaviors, then there is a possibility that the same can happen in the house. The same thing can happen in the house. Maybe he can apply it in the house, and something happens wrong. I mean, something happens and he goes off. So the ladies, if it goes to the worst, maybe you just give us 40% from the 30. Just add on 10. Then you can use your money as we look for other ways.
Then I can use my 60.
Yes. But I think, as I talked about foundation in the very first beginning. If my viewers got this, it is if you had a good foundation, that will mean definitely in the months that you worked, the years that you have worked, in the period that you have worked, there must be something that you are saying if anything happens, because death comes. Yes, we have disasters, we have problems that are here. I've just talked about amputation. Some people, I've had a family of a man who was amputated both legs, and he was a driver. Now, so if this person is a driver, what do you expect him to do? So he's a driver. The only thing he knows to drive is a car. So he cannot
now
ride a
he does
motorbike.
not have legs.
He cannot vuruta mkokoteni, because he's a driver now, because magurudumu yako tu kwa akili yake. So we need to go back to the foundation we did and look at what did we save, so that if this job disappears, then we can take what we have been saving and do another, maybe a business or something, as this person looks forward for another job. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know much about this. But as a family,
Yeah.
you had asked something. As a family, every family has their rules.
Yeah.
Because there are kuna manual. We don't
It's
have a
true.
manual for
It's
marriage.
true. Yeah.
That now people are going to follow this.
Yeah.
They are going to follow this. We have attended so many marriages, and we have seen and heard no one single pastor or bishop, whoever is officiating marriages,
Yeah.
has given them a manual. This one is what you're going to use.
Yeah.
And besides this, hakuna, maybe
Yeah.
the Bible.
Yeah.
Maybe the Bible.
Yeah.
But in the financial issues, we must make sure that we do a very good foundation, a foundation that will help us to manage our finances,
Yeah.
manage our minds, and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so thankful today that our guest is a man, and so I can get to ask all these questions
Oh, yeah.
from a lady's point of view, so that we can hear a man's point of view. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So you have spoken about what was that point? I had a very good point in mind. Oh, now there's what you're giving as a man. There's what a woman is giving, or whatever it is.
From an agreement.
Yeah, whatever it is you have agreed on.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, in a situation where it was going smoothly until the man lost his job.
Yes.
And I think my viewers can agree with me that when a man is not providing, then there's so much resentment for himself, not even his family, for himself, and he's just an angry man.
Correct.
In most times, unless this person knows how to handle that. Because now when you're in a family where the woman is providing and the children come and tell you, Daddy tunataka, Daddy tunataka. You know now children do not understand that you lost your job.
Yes.
Mostly you'll not go telling your 4-year-old, Daddy no longer goes to work kwa sababu ali lose their job.
Yes.
That's very painful.
In fact, my daughter told me once.
Yeah.
I don't know what she had asked for something, and then she told me, "Apana Daddy, si wende basi ununue pesa." They believe
they
you
do
must
not
provide.
Understand, yeah.
Yes.
And they know daddy can give anything.
He's the best. He's
yeah.
the best.
And mostly because most of us, I know that it's probably not how it is right now.
No.
But most people come from families where ukienda uitishe mam kitu anakuambianga enda uambie baba yako. You know? Now this man has lost his job.
Yes.
And now he's projecting, as a wife, 100% that there is a good man. First of all, you cannot get married to a man who's not kind to you. Yeah,
Sure.
He's a good man, but now he's lost his job. There's the mental torture that comes from that, and now he's projecting to you as a woman. He's not appreciating what you're giving.
Okay.
All this is coming from his own self-resentment. How is a woman supposed to deal with something like that?
Now, still, I'll go back to the man.
Yeah.
And this time around, I'm not talking about laziness. Men,
Yeah.
Nisamehe, I'm not pointing these fingers to you. That issue of laziness. This thing affects, as you have said, it affects this man mentally.
Yeah.
It affects this man physically.
Yeah.
In fact, it affects the man vizuri kabisa in a way that this man cannot function.
Yeah.
When a man has no money, they don't function well.
Not function, yeah.
And I'm telling you, why they run away and why they look for other alternatives, that friendships and all that, is because they have nothing, because they cannot control it.
Yeah.
But I think a man must control himself. A man must control himself, so that he has to be a manager of himself. So what a lady is your question. A lady, I don't know how you people
How
reason.
do you help this man? How do you walk with this man in this journey of resentment and emotional torture and all that?
That depends on how maybe he handled himself. And
Yeah.
if you handled yourself in some level, then this lady will just leave you and go.
Yeah.
But I think a lady must understand this person. She must have known this person well,
Yeah.
with or without.
Yeah.
She should be in a position to tell the problems that this man is facing,
Yeah.
and actually embrace him
Yeah.
and take on the mantle,
Yeah.
take on the responsibility.
Yeah.
But remember, it is just for a very short time, because now this person si kwamba is sick. If this person was sick, that is different. But the lady should take in a while, if she's in a position, maybe assist this person to get something to do. If his job ni zile za disaster management, and kuna moto umewaka and Kenya ipigani again, the Red Cross sasa ichukue watu wa disaster management, you know, all of this. So if this is the case, then I think this lady should assist the man, get a job, and allow him to work, you know, using her capital, probably, and continue working. And after you have done that as a lady, don't just start pointing fingers on this person. Alipoteza kazi nikampatia pesa yangu. Now he has bought 2 vehicles. You know, these things are mine. Now I'm the one of this. I think there is a need for people to go down and appreciate the fact that, remember, for us Christians, we know that things happen, and maybe it happened for a reason.
It's true.
To see how Beth can manage a husband who has no money. How Alice can manage a husband who has no job. How, you know, all that. So if this person has lost the job, asiwe, let it not be that he is also losing a wife. Or a family, or a companion, you know. He needs you more.
At that particular time.
At that time he needs you more. Usiseme sasa kwa hivyo sasa venye ana pesa hata mimi asinikaribie. Some women wanasema now you know mimi hata utanikaribia. You know, I'm working and you're staying in the house. You know, such like things. I think I'm still not a good advisor, but I think I'm sharing what I know.
From a man's perspective,
exactly,
from a man's point of view.
Although some men will say what I'm saying is out of context. Some will
I think
say,
we'd really love to know what you people think concerning that. Do you think a lady should handle the situation better? Do you think there's something the man can do, as our guest is saying? I think you people should tell us that. And I feel like I believe in what he said about foundation, like I've said before. Set a good foundation, and do not put, my belief is, do not put someone in a pedestal. Do not put them in a place where you expect so much from them, in a point where if they are not giving what they used to give, then this person does not make sense to you anymore.
They become a problem.
So I believe we've done quite a bit on that. And now there's a question I want to pose, and we will do this next time. Please keep tuned. Now there's gender roles. What you do in the family is what you give as a man or as a woman. Is it supposed to be directly proportional with your roles and other things you do in that particular home? I think that's what we are going to be dealing with next time. I'd really love for you to interact with us. Tell us how you do it in your homes. Also give us something about what we've spoken about. I feel like our guest is very enthusiastic about that topic.
I'm thinking about ladies. You know, we've had ladies saying that what a man can do, a woman can do much better. If that is the case, then I think men, we are safe. But let me tell you, these people might lie to us. Let us just be hardworking, go out and work, and assist our families. But when you are able to do something to your families, please, ladies, and we respect you. I personally respect women, and I know the role these women play. I know the role these women play. Imagine a lady is hosting me, and you see, so there is that aspect of leadership in you. So just take over and do all that. Thank you so much for having me. I believe you'll call me again if there's some sense in me, and let's have much of this. Talk to people.
Thank you very much, Paul. It was so nice having you here. I feel like you've given so much insight to this talk, and definitely we are calling you for that other topic, because I feel like there's so much we need to unpack about this. So guys, until next time, I've been your host, Muringi Mburu.